What content format should you do? Well, I'm going to rank every single type of format that successful real estate agents are using to grow their personal brands, gain more followers, and close more deals. Now, I have obviously used some of these content formats for myself and my clients as well. Like for example, Farouk from 0 to 21k followers, Aida from 6k to 18k followers, and a lot more. We will rank the content format based on 3 factors. 1. Virality. How likely is it to go viral? 2. Conversion. How likely is it to convert your current audience into prospects or clients? 3. Ease of production. How easy it is to produce or how difficult it is. By the way, quick disclaimer, this is only my opinion based on what works for me and my clients that I worked with. By no means do I mean any disrespect to these creators that we're going to rank their content. And I'm not ranking them as a creator, I'm ranking only the content format. And I'm simply ranking the content format based on how well I think it can help you grow your personal brand, nothing else. We have 12 formats, let's get started. So first we have raw talking head, and this is what it is.
The problem with scammers and this kind of people nowadays, no one is trustworthy. I'm currently as a developer, I came for the...
What it is that you talk directly to the camera without any editing to educate people on something or to share a story. Why it works is because it feels real and it's the most authentic. There is nothing more authentic than if your content doesn't have any editing and everyone else's content has animations and graphics and all of these things. So this is the most authentic. And the goal with this content is to build trust and connection. And there is an upside and a downside. So with the upside, people feel like they know you and trust you because it's so authentic and it's very easy to film. There doesn't have to be any videographer, no editors. Not only easy to film, easy to produce. And also you won't need to book a studio. On the other hand, if you're not camera trained, it is very difficult to do because it needs not only good understanding of hooks, also good understanding of scripting structure. You should have previous experience with content before doing it. And it's usually done by more established brands. Additionally, you would have to be fluent and very articulate with how you deliver your message because it requires speaking skills, because there will be no editing to compensate for what you're saying or to compensate for bad speaking skills. So how viral can it go? It can go pretty viral. I rated 4 out of 5 for virality. It doesn't convert as well because it is usually spontaneous and not as planned. So it's not always perceived as professional and is obviously the most easy to produce. Between all the formats we have, it is the most easy to produce. It is actually one of my favorite formats to film, but the only problem is, again, you will need to be trained on camera and you need good speaking skills and you have to perform well on camera. Again, it doesn't convert as much. So I would rank this content format, raw talking head, A tier, but the end of A tier. Next up, we have podcast style.
In Dubai, you can never judge a guy by what he looks like or what he's wearing.
So this is not a podcast. What it is that it's a scripted short form video filmed like a podcast with a clear script and a clean setup, mic and a chair. Why it works is because it looks professional, but it still feels real, like someone is conversating with you. The goal with this is to build brand and also authority, gain authority. And the upside, it's very high credibility. It can go viral. It is also created to attract, nurture, and convert your audience. So it is also made for all 3 stages of funnel. So you have in a funnel, you have top of funnel, middle of funnel, and bottom of funnel content. With top of funnel, you want to attract audience. You do content to attract audience. Middle of funnel, you do content to nurture your audience, to educate them more and for them to trust you and perceive you as an authority. For bottom funnel, you want to convert this audience. Podcast style fits all 3. And the only downside is that you have to script it and it's not like as fast as, let's say, comparatively to the raw talking format. But at the same time, again, you can film literally 20 videos in 2 hours if done well. And I did a video about filming indoor and outdoor. You can watch it and it will be the first link in the description. Virality, it can go as viral as it gets. This is one of the videos I did for one of my clients, Hamza. He's a real estate developer. He is a managing director in Axiom Prime Developments. And it went viral. It was actually his second video and it got 1 million views on both TikTok and Instagram. So second video ever, million views. It can go as viral as it gets. So same thing here applies for Camille. Conversion, it can convert pretty well as well. It can also be done for bottom of funnel content. And also ease of production. It is not that easy, but it is easy. You can sit in a studio for 2 hours and produce entire month worth of content. And even if you're a baller, you can do 30 videos in 2 hours. So, yep, I find it really great. This is my second favorite content format. So I rank it as tier. Next up, we have property tours. Okay, now we have something to talk about. So this is a property tour.
Oh baby, c'est vous.
Yeah, there are different styles of property tours. There are talking ones, non-talking ones. This is, for example, a talking one.
Farouk, are you here for a party? Not here for a party. I'm here to check out this beautiful $11 million view. This is the master bedroom. Of course, you all wake up. Beautiful view of the Pong. You can't
Yeah,
see.
so different styles. What is a property tour? It is you walking through a property and showing it on camera. Why it works is because it shows a real tangible product that you're selling. It shows that you're on the ground, you're hustling, you're out there, you have properties to show. It's not like you're just behind the camera and talking. And the goal is to sell the property and also generate qualified lead flow. There is an upside, which is high trust, high intent audience. If you build a brand based on property tours, you will generally have a high intent audience, and everyone is just like Ryan Serhant when he started with it. And property tours were the essence of real estate marketing. Like they were the beginning of real estate marketing. Like beside all of the podcast content we're doing nowadays and how personal branding is nowadays. But if we look at the OGs of real estate marketing, the first one being Ryan Serhant, obviously, he's the category king of real estate marketing. He has the highest intent audience. Next up, we have the downside. It is hard to produce and it needs access. You need access for the properties as a real estate agent. So you need the listing, or you need to find an agent who has the listing, and you need timing and approvals. So you have to film again in a certain time window, either between 10 to 11 or 4 to 5. Otherwise it will be too hot or too sunny. And you also need approvals. And additionally, if the property got sold and it was sold to a person and that person said, I want the video down, the video has to be down. That is another thing. That is another downside. In addition to that, you cannot film it in high volume, because filming one property tour, and I've done many, and here is one on screen, for example, I've done many. Each property tour can take between 30 minutes to 1 hour and 30 minutes, depending on the content creator. So for example, the one I showed you is Farouk. Farouk said he can do it in like a good 10 minutes if he knows the property well. But if it's other people, like for an average real estate agent, then it would take far more time. So next, I rate the virality 3 out of 5. It's a bit orange here, not green, because it doesn't really go viral relative to the other content that I showed you and will show you on the rest of this list. And the conversion, it's very high conversion. It converts the highest. There is nothing that converts higher than property tours. And the ease of production is the worst. It is the hardest thing to produce. Doing it consistently, if you want to, let's say, produce 15 videos a month, property tours, which I don't suggest because you will not be consistent, you will need to film every 2 days. You will need to film daily for a good 10 days. You will be exhausted after every filming session. But it is still, again, very high conversion. So I would rate property tours A tier, because it is the essence of real estate market. And eventually this market will no longer become a off-plan reliant market, and there will be a secondary market. What will happen is what already happened with every other economy, right? This economy just started with off-plan, and at some point the majority of the sales that real estate agents do were off-plan. And to sell an off-plan, you can sit anywhere and sell off-plan, but to sell a secondary property, it's ideal if you just go and show it. Next up, we have vlogs. Okay, this is an interesting one. It is not one that we see a lot. For example,
Today is the last day of the exhibition Cityscape Riyadh. That's, as an agency owner, I'm not here only to talk about UAE projects. I'm actually very curious this year to learn about the Saudi market. Many of my clients are expanding their portfolios, and
so yeah, what are vlogs? It's showing your day or week, meetings, calls, deals, or life. Why it works? Because it feels personal and shows the behind the scenes. The point of it is to show the BTS. And the goal is to humanize your brand, where everyone's just talking and being perfect on camera, where every single content format is just engineered. You can feel how engineered it is. So for example, the script, you know it is scripted. The viewers know that you as an agent, you sat down and there is a team behind you and they're directing you, directing the shoot and how you speak. So this humanizes your brand and makes you more human, which brings you closer to your audience and makes your audience, again, trust you more. The upside is that it builds connection with an existing audience. The downside, it is hard to film because it's going to take your entire day. It's low conversion because it doesn't convert anything. Like you don't educate them on anything for them to convert, and you're not even selling, and you're not attracting a new audience, and it doesn't grow fast. So basically it doesn't go viral, right? And second, it doesn't convert anyone. And third, it is very difficult to produce. It is not a fit to do, but it's cool to do. And the reason it doesn't convert is because most real estate agents are B2B. You're not B2C. If you're selling it as investment advice, it's B2B. You want to educate someone to make this decision. Vlogs work in other markets such as the people who sell courses. If you look at the course selling industry, let's take Iman Ghazi as an example. His big percent of his brand was built on vlogs, right? So vlogs appear to appeal more to those who are selling lower ticket products. Let's say a girl is selling makeup. She would do get ready with me before going to this event. And in the get ready with me, she's going to talk about how she's doing her makeup. So it appeals to lower ticket products. We're selling real estate, which is the highest ticket product anyone can buy. So obviously it's not ideal. Vlogs is a good format. Generally speaking, I would have rated it as an A or even S tier if we were in, let's say, the info product or course selling industry. But since we are in real estate, I would rate it C tier. Yes. Next up, we have brain rot. Oh my God. Let me show you what brain rot is. Yeah, this is brain rot. And what is it? It is fast, random, attention-grabbing videos. And why it works is because it's very highly stimulating. Like you saw, it's just music with before and afters, and people just scroll without thinking, and it grabs attention instantly. The only goal is views. It is purely top of funnel content. It works, it gets views, and successful real estate agents do it to attract a new audience. And the upside is that it goes viral very, very easily. And it's also very, very easy to make. So yeah, you just do these, you can print views. And the downside is that it attracts the wrong audience. And people they do not trust you based on this content. They build trust with you based on other content, educational content. So we rated virality 5 out of 5. You can print millions of views very easily. Conversion, absolutely zero. I would keep this even empty. I will empty this. Conversion 0. It doesn't convert anything. Ease of production 4 out of 5 because you just need an editor to do it, and maybe someone takes B-roll of you. So let's see this video. The creator, realtor on a Harley, didn't even have to appear in the video. I think it's 4 to 5 because an editor is needed, but the editor can also make it very easily. So it is 4 out of 5. Now, what do we rate it? Now, this is a tricky one because it can get you views, but it has 0 conversions, but it's also very easy to make. So it serves its purpose, and I would put it in B tier. Next up is direct selling, which is the format that I hate most. Here's what a direct sell looks like.
Looking for an investment that stays ahead of the curve? Welcome to Al Marjan Island, where the
Yeah, I think you guys see it all over your page as well. So what is it? It is selling a project, an off-plan project, or a listing directly on camera without providing any value. And why it works? Because it does not work. And it doesn't work in organic. It only works with ads. And the goal with it is to sell. If you only want to sell, it works with a content format or a mechanism that is built to sell, which is ads. Organic content is built for consumption and entertainment and education. People don't consume content. People don't scroll to get sold. They're not like, let me see what I can get sold. But when someone stops for an ad, they want to get sold. They want to see what you have to offer. And the upside is it works in ads. It really does work in ads. I mean, if you want to sell, just do ads. And it also can work if you have a big warm audience. So let's say you have an audience, you have 100,000 followers, and you never sold them anything. So they're very warm and very fresh. You can do this video and you can print, but that only works when you have a warm audience. And again, it kills reach. It doesn't work for a cold audience. That is the downside. So let's rate it. Virality, 1 out of 5. It does not, it's even 0. It doesn't go viral. Conversion, 1 out of 5 as well. It doesn't convert unless, again, you have a warm audience. And it is very rare to find someone with big following and a warm audience. Even the people with a big following and a warm audience, when they post these videos, it's not these videos that convert. It is other videos that are educational, also selling at the same time, that convert. Ease of production, 4 out of 5, depending on how complex you want it to be. But for example, this video, it's pretty raw, like the second video.
major announcements. You heard it here first.
So it's music, text, and her speaking in front of camera. It's very easy to produce. I would rate it F tier. Yep, it's the worst. Don't do selling videos. Next up, we have trends. Let me show you. So this is what a trending video looks like.
So after a deep family meeting, we've decided not to buy right now. My boyfriend read an article headline on Facebook, and he's positive the market is going to crash any second. Plus, his uncle's old roommate once bought a house.
The point is that you work with an agent, you work with a client for 10 years and then he tells you, oh, my uncle told me not to buy it. So yeah, what is the trend? It's following a trending viral format. And why it works is because algorithm likes trends, and whatever is trending will get views. And the goal is to generate attention and attract new audience. You might find a pattern here with the brain rot content, and the upside is, again, it's easy views and it's good views. The downside, it also attracts a wrong audience. It might attract the wrong audience if done incorrectly. If done correctly, then it will not attract the wrong audience, and you do not build authority from trending videos. Let's rate it. How viral it can go? 5 out of 5. It can go as viral as it gets. It doesn't convert, and it doesn't nurture as well, and it is easy to produce. It is fairly easy to produce depending on the trend. So for example, the trend on the left, yeah, it depends. Like the one on the right required a proper editor, the one on the left also required one. So there is a degree of editing required. It's not as easy as brain rot, let's say, or raw talking format, which is far easier to produce. So by the way, this video, we got around 200k views for Ida, one of my clients. Ida, if you're watching this, you're the best, you're the GOAT. Anyways, the thing is, trends are required. I would rate it B tier, but early B tier. So better than brain rot. Next up, we have faceless content. We're talking about those who want to build a personal brand. Let's watch it.
Sheikh Zayed, Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Road, Emirates Road, Hill Road, Al Ain Road, Expo Road, Al Yala Street, Hessa Street.
So this is a faceless video. What it is that your face can't be there. It's just b-rolls, maps, or buildings, or documents, and captions. And why it works is because it's easy to produce and it can go viral. Goal is, again, reach and awareness, just like the ones we showed you earlier, just like the ones you saw earlier. Upside, it has no camera pressure. So if you're bad on camera, this might be something you want to do. And downside is that it doesn't build trust and it doesn't build brand recognition. So like, you will not be known for it. People don't know you and people don't trust your face. Like, you miss out 70% of the things that brand get you. Where will be your face recognition? Where is brand recognition? You won't get it. Now, at the same time, it can go viral. At the same time, your face is not required. So there's a degree to ease of production, and it can convert to lead flow, which is an upside as well. But it doesn't convert as much as talking head content because they have an advantage. And if you're competing in a market where everyone wants to show their face, how will you compete while you don't show your face? So it can go viral. It can convert. It's easy to produce. But the point of personal branding is for your face to be associated with something. So I honestly put this in D tier. It's better than direct selling. Still better. Like, it can be as bad as direct selling. Next up, we have number 9, which is scripting talking head format. Also one of my favorite formats. This is me doing it.
What would happen if you choose me to build your personal brand? Step 1, onboarding. We'll send you an onboarding document to fill so you can understand everything about you, your niche, your audience.
So this is a scripted talking head format. It's not any podcast structure. It's not like I'm talking to someone. It's fully scripted and it's direct to the camera. What it is that you talk to the camera using a script. Why it works is because you control the message. You pick what you say and you can say the right things in the right order in the right time. So for example, this is a video of me saying what would happen if you work with me, and you can check it out on my Instagram. And the goal with this is you can generate views, attract a new audience. You can nurture your current audience and educate them. You can convert your audience and sell them. So it works with everything. Also, you say exactly what you want and it's very easy to repeat and scale. So if you want to do like far more content, you can do this very easily. And the downside is that it requires practice to sound authentic and natural with a script. Yeah, that's right. So if there is a script, you want to make it sound like it's you talking as much as possible. You have to train your tonality and cadence a lot. Tonality is variability with how you speak. And cadence is, again, how fast or how slow you speak. So you have to train these two things to get good at it, like talking from a script. And it's the format I use most for all of my clients. It can go viral, but not as much. So it's 3 out of 5. It can convert. It's a 5 out of 5. And mainly we're looking for conversion. What I mean by conversion, it converts not deals, but also it converts people that know you. They're in your audience, but they don't trust you. So now people trust you. And after you educate them, they trust you even further. So it converts them from them not perceiving you as a trusted authority to them perceiving you as a trusted authority. And then ease of production is 4 out of 5, just like the podcast one. Scripted studio, you can do 15 videos, one shot, perfect. I would rate it again up there before even the podcast style. Next up, we have diagrams, which is what I am doing right now. And actually, it is what I will continue doing for myself because I like it. I think it fits me. I mean, you're watching a diagram, so you know how it is. Let me show you another one.
How to calculate your ROI based on the current market. First, open Property Finder or Bayou to check the prices in the area that you want to invest in.
She absolutely did a good job. What is a diagram? It is face camera while showing a chart, a document, or a diagram. This is a diagram. We're doing it on Miro. In another industry, it is called Miro content, Miro board content. Why it works, it makes hard ideas easy to understand. You see how I'm presenting you every single content format? This makes content formats easy to understand. So it makes hard content easy to understand. So it makes people put you on a pedestal. They think you know it all from A to Z when you do this content. Because if we look at the format itself, where did we take the inspiration? We took it from a teacher on a whiteboard, because teachers write on a whiteboard. So if a teacher does it on a whiteboard, this is something close. So it's like you're the teacher and they're the student, and they are there to learn from you. The content is primarily educational, actually 100% educational. And the goal is it makes you look like an expert. People put you on a pedestal and it makes them trust you with their big decisions. And the downside, it honestly takes time to prepare. It really does take time to prepare, and it's to some extent difficult to create all of this. So this is one of my diagrams. It took me a good 3.5 hours to do this. Also, this is another diagram of mine. Okay, this was on the 2-hour side, and you have this one took 3 to 4 hours. This is the diagram I did. And I know how to do diagrams. So if someone started from scratch, it would take far more. And it's far more complicated. But it can generate a new audience that is really interested in the topic to some extent. So virality 2 out of 5. It also converts very highly, and it's not that easy to produce. But again, there is so much trust and perceived authority. So it will be up there. I will put it A tier. You better have some time on your hand to do it. So next up is lifestyle. And this is what lifestyle is. Ryan does it really well. Him boxing. So it's showing your life routines or behind the scene moments where you're winning or training or working or anything. And why it works is because people connect with humans. And this humanizes you as well. The goal is to build an emotional connection with this content. It doesn't go viral, but the upside is it builds likability. Like, I genuinely like Ryan. Ryan, if you're watching this, we met once before. It was around a year ago, but I genuinely like you from this content. Like, the content's cool. It makes you cool and makes the brand feel real, and it's easy to consume. Like, it doesn't take brain power to look at someone fighting and listen to music. It's the complete opposite from, let's say, diagram content where you have to focus with them while they're explaining the concept. And the downside is that it can attract the wrong audience, and it is weak for brand growth. It doesn't grow your account. Whoever is there is gonna watch it and they're gonna think you're cool. But it doesn't educate them, so it doesn't also convert. It's to some extent not that easy to produce because what's required is you to be in a place. So virality is 2 out of 5, conversion is 1 out of 5, ease of production is 3 out of 5, but it makes you look cool. So lifestyle content will be at C tier. So the last type of content is ping pong content, and as you know it,
Ferrari.
He likes luxury, but he has a taste. I like it.
Toyota.
so everyone knows ping pong content because it goes very viral. What it is, it's basically fast back and forth answers. And why it works is because it's also very short and easy to consume. The goal is to get attention and engagement. It doesn't convert, but it gets attention. The upside is that it has very high watch time. It's very easy to script. It's very fun to do, and it's scroll stopping. Downside, there is no authority. There is no credibility, but it's a part of top of funnel content, so everyone should do it to gain new audience. So virality out 5 out of 5, conversion 2 out of 5, ease of production is 4 out of 5. So I would put it in A tier to build new audience as well. So that was all. These are the 12 content formats, every single one of them. And this is what we ended up with. In the S tier, we have scripting, talking head, and podcast style. And in F, we have direct selling. So do more of the S and do less of the F, and you will scale your personal brand. That was all. See you in the next one.